Is it just us, or do Halloween costumes keep getting wilder, more creative, or skimpier every year? From murderous French bulldogs to zombie toddlers and even the occasional "why" thing that should not be why at all, 2019's most intriguing Halloween costume ideas should make for a very frightful holiday, or at least an interesting one. Women's dresses, houses, Sesame Street character, amazes community, and from what we can see, the answer is yes, Halloween costumes do keep getting wilder, more creative, or skimpier every year. And sometimes, all three at the same time. Sexy Mr. Rogers' Getty Yandy, the revealing nicest neighbor costume, sold by Yandy, was one of the first to go viral this year, capitalizing on America's love of both nostalgia and visible skin. Oddly enough, Fred Rogers' son commented on the costume, saying that while he doesn't quite get it, he thinks his late dad would have gotten a kick out of it. Baby Dwight Schrute, Jillian Sheffield, Fields of Honey, one couple from North Carolina, has already shared several of their costume ideas for their young son Jackwell, but the one that gained the most traction with Instagram users was by far the Jackwell Schrute idea, based on arguably one of the strangest characters from The Office. Watch. Internet reacts to Trump putting Halloween candy on child's Minion costume. Canine Chucky. Halloween isn't just for people, it's gone to the dogs, too. A French bulldog named Romeo charmed the internet with his Child's Play-inspired Halloween costume, and a video of the pooch running across the floor with a knife in hand was soon lauded as both adorable and terrifying. The catty country duo, Rob O'Neill, Florida Keys News Bureau VAP, dogs weren't having all the fun. A Florida woman dressed her cats as Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton as part of this year's Fantasy Fest celebrations in Key West. The competition's theme was in tune but off-key, and all three walked away as winners of the annual Pet Masquerade. Photos. Premature babies at Texas hospital celebrate Halloween in adorable costumes. Zombie dancer. Fox 2 Detroit. A Michigan woman reportedly caused quite a stir in the emergency room at a Royal Oak hospital after arriving covered in grisly Halloween makeup. As it turns out, she was preparing for a horror-themed photo shoot when she suffered a panic attack after being sent home. The woman acknowledged the silly reactions people had to the story, but reiterated that the incident stemmed from a serious situation that happened at a strange time. The restaurant that wore a costume, Angelo's too. We've seen adults, kids, and even cats and dogs in costume. Why not a whole building? Angelo's 2, a restaurant and bar located on the ground floor of a building in Pennsylvania, is currently covered in large green tentacles and topped with an inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. The reason we do it is for the community and the kids, the owner told Fox News. Everyone in Monongahela loves all the decorations and looks forward to what's coming next. Click here to sign up for our lifestyle newsletter. Teen's epic state Route 71 costume. A Massachusetts teen named Tommy has donned some pretty epic costumes these past years, including an X-Wing fighter from Star Wars, a police car, and a dragon from Game of Thrones, but this year's idea pays homage to his grandparents. Tommy's dad, who enjoys transforming Tommy's wheelchair with whimsical costumes every year, says he was inspired by the SR-71 Blackbird jet, as Tommy's late grandparents both served in the Air Force. Daddy-daughter zombie shoot. Tiflin photography. Daniel Renfro is a huge fan of horror, and it looks like his 11-month-old daughter Oakley is following in his footsteps. Daniel and Oakley recently posed for a grotesque daddy-daughter photo shoot, photographed by Tiffany Renfro, Daniel's wife and Oakley's mom, covered in edible zombie makeup. There's also a surprise appearance from Michael Myers in one of the other pics. Click here to get the Fox News of Jake Arsenault's hot dog costume. Craig Arsenault. It may not technically be a Halloween costume, but it's a real wiener. Jake Arsenault, 9, dressed up in a hot dog costume for his school pictures, after his parents dared him to do it. The school agreed, and Jake's dad thinks his son's new idea is the greatest. Even the folks at Oscar Mayer loved the idea and surprised Jock with a ride in the Wienermobile. The Popeyes chicken sandwich costume. We think it's safe to say we reached peak 2019 with the skimpy, sold-out chicken sandwich costume, no doubt inspired by the breakout hit of the summer, the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Surprise, surprise, this revealing costume is also from Yandy, who is responsible for the nicest neighbor costume above. Full circle, folks. Let's block ads. Why?